podcast. And today is a very special day because we have some amazing guests who are going to join the show. We're going to discuss the SoCal Annual Pacific Sovereignty Run, and we're going to talk a little bit with our different participants. Today, we're going to start off with our brothers here. I'm going to let you guys introduce yourself to the show.
My name is Kahu. I'm the founder of our club, which is known as the Kaikua'ana MC. Kaikua'ana is big brother or elder sibling, and that's the name we chose. Our club has been in existence for 8 years now. Right now, we're 20 strong and moving along. We've been very blessed with some really good brothers, and that's pretty much what we stand for as brotherhood.
Beautiful.
Hello, my name is Chief Maho. I'm Kaikua'ana MC. Kaikua'ana MC for the last 7 years now. And been writing since 1997. Just love the MC world, brotherhoods, and respect the evidence.
Wonderful. Well, welcome to the Seven Generation Podcast. And, we're really here to let you all share a little bit about your club history and, whatever it is you can share with our listeners and our viewers. I mean, a lot of people don't really understand the motorcycle club set, the Indigenous biker set, the Islander biker set. This is a chance for you to kind of explain a little bit about your history with your club and anything that you want to share with our listeners.
Yes, our club is mostly made up of Pacific Islanders, of course. Islander club. There are many Islander clubs, especially in Hawaii. Like the Native American Indians, they too have their indigenous clubs as well. We try to set ourselves out as a club of aloha, a club that believes in that aloha spirit where we malama and take care of one another as our MC family, and it extends to our wives and our kids as well. Just a family of ohana that's always there to support one another whenever they need.
I love it. Can you maybe elaborate on the concept of aloha? I think there might be some misunderstanding.
Aloha is a word, of course, it means hello or goodbye, but for most people that live and aloha, it's taking care of one another. Malama, we call it. They say that there'd be world peace today if the world knew of this aloha spirit that the Polynesians have, and that's a very loving and giving and treating each other with the kindness and respect as human beings. The Polynesians, especially the Hawaiians, in the early days, were almost diminished as a culture, as a people, through diseases that was brought to the islands. But through living through righteousness, being humble, they were able to grow again as a people of Hawaiian descent. It still stands true to all the islanders throughout Polynesia as well.
And to live out aloha, even all the children, and refer to all the elders as uncle and auntie, sign of respect. Also, it takes a village to raise a child. That's what we're going to do together. Mentor children, mentor each other.
Yeah, beautiful. Can you tell us a little bit about the cultural component to the club and what that means to you all? I mean, obviously, motorcycle clubs have been around, going back even prior to World War II. But I'm interested in, why is it important to have, the Polynesian biker set? How does this separate you all from the more stereotypical MC?
Just our mindset in itself, again, brotherhood, the aloha spirit, and just being amongst our people, and just a giving and just showing the other MCs that hey, we're a neutral club, we're a neutral club that respects all the clubs, but we pretty much live our own. We try to just stay in that pocket that way.
We have a mission statement. We are a brotherhood of Islanders, bound together by our shared love of culture, shared love of the traditions passed down by our ancestors, and our shared love of the open road. We express it in different languages, and live, breathe, and work in the same creed. That's what I'm experiencing.
I love that. I love that. Can you tell us about your vest and your patches? Is there anything that you can share? I know there are probably some things that you may not want to share, but what can you share with us?
Our patch has many symbols that you. Polynesian tattooing has become very popular with a lot of celebrities, Momoa, as well as The Rock, that display these Polynesian tattoos. Each symbol represents something. Our patch, the outside crest is made up of those different symbols, whether it be strength, whether it be courage. Just to kind of show you a fish on a journey, represent family. That's what our patch looks like. Each one of these symbols represents something. This is our patch here, and Ahupua'a means landmass from sea through to the mountains, all the way to the mountains. So we're a small group, and we come from all over SoCal, as well as San Diego, as well as SoCal here. And so what it does is it just brings us all together from sea to mountain. So
That's beautiful.
That's what it represents.
That's really beautiful. When I see, your vest, and I see these designs. I mean, from the outsider point of view, it can be a little confusing, right? Because a lot of us don't really understand the Polynesian culture. So if somebody were to come up to you off the street and ask you, are you guys open to talking with people? I know bikers can be a little bit scary to people. Do you have individuals who come up and ask you questions about your club and your
Yeah, they walk up to us and say, "We love your patch, but what does it mean?" And we explain to them, and we explain to them what it means, and they said, "Wow, that's cool. Really nice design," and they just love the way it looks.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it separates us. If people can't read it, then usually they just ignore us.
And the thing about Islanders is we all have our traditional foods, and one thing about foods that brings people together. That's what I love about
Most
having food.
definitely. Very similar to Native Americans. I mean, food is not just fuel for the body. It's about family, community, developing relationships. And I feel the same when it comes to the Polynesian community. Yeah. Yeah. So we have the Pacific Sovereignty Run. It's coming up on June 17th. We're about 3 weeks out. Can we talk a little bit about your participation in this event?
Yes, our participation is the second year, and it's just more or less a representation of who we are as a club amongst the other clubs that are involved in this. We do get outside clubs that do come, and they love the hospitality. Of course, they love the food. Usually we have some great entertainment, and it's all Islander stuff, and vendors as well that we all come together and show the outside world what we're about.
Yeah.
And also with our island clubs, we come together like this. It brings us together. It gives us an opportunity to learn more about each other personally care for each other.
Yeah, that's I think a really interesting point. So how close are the different Islander clubs here in the SoCal region? Do you guys get together often? Is this something that's unusual, or is this something that's historic?
We do get together, and also each club they have a fundraiser. We support each other's fundraisers. That's one of the times when we do get together.
Supporting one another, whatever it be, a fundraiser, a bike night, or whatever it be. Coming together like this is one. It's an awesome thing we can do once a year.
I love it. I love it. So, what are some charity work, community work that your club participates in?
We do a lot of volunteering for a lot of the Hawaiian community. Different Kui's or civic clubs as well that have festivals, Hawaiian themed festivals, and we volunteer our time for security. Yearly we do a miracle, we do a Toys for Tot run, We support Miracles for Kids in Irvine. And we also have, of course, a lot of members and families that unfortunately passed from cancer. We support any of that has to do with cancer. And supporting outside clubs too, in that endeavor of supporting funding the cure for cancer.
And the festivals, festivals. It's also an opportunity for us to be a public city park to be able to be ourselves and kind of party too at the same time.
Absolutely. Have some fun, right? Serve the community and have a good time doing it. I think that's one of the the things that I try to share with people when it comes to the biker community. I mean, yes, we do a lot of community charity work, but we want to have fun while we're doing it, enjoy ourselves, bring people together, and be able to share a little bit about our cultures, share a little bit about what we do as bikers. I mean, we all have this common love for motorcycles, and that kind of brings us together. But I think that everybody who drives in a cage, I mean, they look at us and they think, man, I wish I could be out there on a bike. I think secretly, even the people who are afraid of bikes, I think secretly they're thinking, man, I wish I could do that.
Especially with kids, we love to help out kids.
Yeah.
We also have lots of skills that we do find out that different lots of kids like to help with clothing, toys, whatever their needs are. Really like to give them help. And also kids in the biker world, and we would, as a group, come out to the home and show some love, and you ride by, stop over, say hello.
I love it. I love it. So, I want you all to think about maybe a story about your club, something in your club history that you're willing to share with our listener. Just a good memory that you have. It could be a long ride that you guys took, but something that you guys did together that just kind of sticks in your mind.
I think what we share and what brings us together, of course, is the ride, the love for Harley Davidson, and the love for the ride. When you're amongst brothers that share the same interest as you, it's all about the ride and what we're going to eat when we get there.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
We have actually as a club, we're very organized, especially when we ride. We're safe. We have our navigators, we got this in the back, we're safe when we ride. And it's actually it's the beauty of that. It's for our safety, everyone's safety, of course, too. We ride out to Vegas to a bike. We get a lot of happy people from the club that come out when they see us in Vegas. Say, hey, we're showing you guys on the freeway. You guys are all in the city. Love to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, can you tell us a little bit about your riding style specifically in your club? Your riding style?
Our riding style is staggered. On freeway, if we're going over 80 miles an hour. Usually we're at parade, we're in the city streets, but the traditional ride. Safety is important too, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially nowadays.
I mean, you guys are here in SoCal, right? In the SoCal area. Obviously, it's very dangerous here, a lot of traffic. Safety is probably a major concern. How do your families feel about you riding? Is this something that you get full support on, or do you get some pushback from family members who say, it's really dangerous to be out there on two wheels?
As being a biker, there is a risk to it. Not too risk to anything that you love to do. Particularly being a biker, yes, there is a risk. And the advice I have for people like me is make sure you love it. You love the risk. You know the risk, but make sure you love it. You love it. You love family members. Love what you do. This is what you love to do.
Beautiful. Are there any, rituals or things that you do within your club that you can kind of share with our listeners? And there's so many misconceptions about motorcycle clubs. I'm just really interested in what you all do, among yourselves.
I think what we do, we really culturally, as Polynesians, we're very spiritual people. And we pray before our church. We even do a chant that expresses helping us live our lives with that aloha, that unity, that not being judgmental, just being righteous in your life. We do a chant like that, and we also, when we our visitors to stay in the event. We traditionally do the traditional haka. All of our members have to learn the haka. We perform the haka to strangers that may not know who we are. But we come in and we ride in, we assemble as a haka, we do a haka, and they see, okay, the islanders are here.
Man, that's amazing. I haven't seen your haka. I'm looking forward to seeing that maybe one day. And for our listeners, so what is the haka exactly?
Well, the haka is a traditional, it's a dance of peace. Well, it's a traditional, like a chant that you do for peace or for war. It's usually performed back in the early days where we would determine whether or not a village or a visiting tribe came as an enemy or he came as a friend. So after the haka is performed, that would determine. Sometimes the haka when they come as friends, they're welcomed and the feast is held and if they came as an enemy, then of course war would break out. But in a modern day, you see rugby players, you see many Polynesian teams perform this haka, and it kind of psychs yourself up for war or to intimidate your opponent. But we don't do it as intimidation; we just do it as an identifier. As, hey, we come in peace, but this is who we are.
So we do
That's
that
really
as a
beautiful.
welcome, also as a farewell, also in weddings, funerals as well.
Okay, so the haka has obviously many purposes. Now, with your haka, is it unique to your club? Is it something that you guys developed, kind of maybe changing the movements a little bit to match your club, or is it something that was passed on down to you?
It was something that was passed on, and the one we chose it talks about the journey, our journey, whether it be
Very nice.
to and from, and so it talks about that a journey or a destination. So that's pretty much. But there's different ones that pretty much have different subject matter, of course.
Yeah. Well, one of our listeners, our viewers, I should say, said they love the spiritual piece and they love the haka as well. Personally, whenever I see the haka, I mean, you could tell there's a spiritual aspect to it. I mean, it's very powerful. It's just really powerful to see. And then when you see people who do it really well together in unison, man, it is really something else.
Yeah, you put your whole soul and effort into the haka, like martial arts. You breathe and put all your breath and energy into the haka.
Yeah, excellent. So let's get back to the PSR. Can you tell us kind of your participation in the event and why should people come out to the PSR and join us?
Well, let's see a bunch of handsome guys.
Oh yeah, of course.
We will be there.
Three right here.
Yeah.
Well, one native and two islanders.
I'm actually a Kahu, so I'm the priest of the event, which I'll be blessing the event, blessing the bikes. At the same time, we're going to have a fundraiser booth. We'll be having Kalua nachos and corn, Hawaiian roasted corn on a fundraiser.
Love it.
But yeah, just coming together and enjoying each other's.
It's beautiful too. We're going to have a kava ceremony.
Yeah, can you tell us a little bit about the kava ceremony? I know that, there's so many, for you, the Polynesian culture, it's everyday life. It's what you guys do every single day. For a lot of people, they're really interested in knowing, but maybe they're afraid to ask questions. They've seen, kava being, used in a ceremony, but what does that mean exactly?
Kava is, of course, is a root that the Polynesians developed. It's actually a root that is put into a liquid form. Its effects is more or less it relaxes your mind, your soul, your spirit. Definitely. In the modern day, it's ceremonial. There's some different ceremonies. Utilize kava as a spiritual thing, just like a toast or like a shot. We utilize kava, brings us all together, and at the same time, it relaxes you because of the properties that it does affects the
And
body.
it's a non-alcoholic beverage, right? There's no alcohol.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's filtered water. It tastes like mud, but
I think
your
it
mouth goes
tastes pretty
numb and your
good.
body kind of just tingles.
Yeah, it definitely adds a little tingle to your tongue, and the relaxing effects of it are they're pretty nice, very pleasant.
It has really earthy type flavor.
Yeah, definitely. I like that description than the mud. Than the mud. Than the mud description. So one of our viewers here said they want you to hold the mic a little closer. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. They say you're fine. They say just a little bit louder. Yeah. So, anything else that you want to add about your club? I mean, something that you want to share. It could be really anything. It's just a message to people. This podcast, it's going to go out to the entire world. Anybody that has access to an Apple phone, Spotify, they can listen to this.
That's a club. It's an MC. We have bi-yearly, every 2 years, we do elections for officers. Currently, I'm the chief for the club. Last year for 2 years, and then this year. Then prior to that, I was the vice president. And prior to that, I was secretary. And it gives an opportunity for each club member to be a leader, want to be a leader, to help lead the club. Akahu is our main chief.
Beautiful.
So every 2 years, we have an election where our vice president becomes the president. And it gives everybody the opportunity to lead. And each one of our guys, I say, have that ability to lead someday. With that, our club will go on generation to generation.
Yeah, I love that. Preparing the future generations to be able to take over and be able to lead your organization. So somebody said here, awesome. I love their vibe. So they love what you guys have to say. Yeah. So I just want y'all to be able to, share anything that you want to share. It could be about the Polynesian community, just something that will encourage people to want to come out to the Pacific Sovereignty Run. I mean, that's why we're here. We really want to promote this event. It's a community event. It's about family. It's about culture. It's going to be a lot of fun, right? And people should come out to this.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. A lot of kids games, things like that. And also the food, different variety of food.
And you guys got to come out for the food. The food's going to be outstanding.
But it's a culture event, so usually they're a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's part of the culture, or you want to see what we're about, our culture, be around good fun with good people.
Absolutely. So, how can people find your club? How can people reach out to you if they want to learn more, or maybe go for a ride with you all? What's the best way to get in touch with you?
Oh, we have Facebook as well as Instagram, Kaikua'ana, MC. You can find us pretty much. You can Google us. It has our Facebook and our Instagram. We're always wanting people to be a part of that. We keep in tune with events that we have coming. We have an annual bike night coming up. We have an annual
You guys like to have a lot of fun. I can tell.
reason to eat and drink.
I love it. And that's what we're going to do at the Pacific Sovereignty Run. I mean, this is going to be an outstanding event here. It's in SoCal, June 17th. It's at the Elks Lodge, 7212 Melrose Street. It starts at 12 noon. The bike lesson is at what time?
Starts at what time? I think it's from 12 to 5.
So, what about our bike lesson?
Bike lesson will be prior to that.
So yes, the bike blessing will be before the event kicks off, and there will be a kava ceremony. Is that correct? There will be a kava ceremony as well. I mean, this is going to be, like I said, it's an outstanding event that we're talking about. We're talking about, indigenous communities coming together, Native American communities, along with the Polynesian Islander community, but really the entire biker community is invited out to this. It's a family affair, a cultural affair. So you don't even have to be a biker to come out, right, and enjoy this.
Ohana, bring the Ohana.
Bring the family. So somebody said unity, family, culture, nothing more important. Thank you for sharing. So, yeah. I really appreciate you all. Is there anything else that you want to add? Anything that? Oh man, this is beautiful. I mean, honestly, I could sit and talk to you all for another 2 hours. I know we have a long day ahead, but are you sure there isn't anything else that you want to share?
That's it. Just want to As a club, we believe in being righteous. We believe in being. We love the unity amongst other clubs that we share. So we try to live our club life.
Yeah, with everyone here today, just bring that unity, bring us all together. To each other better.
Man, yeah, absolutely. You know, we have just want to say shout out to Puna who put this event together for us, and we're gonna eat some food today and have some drinks. We had a beautiful blessing before we kicked off the podcast, and I'm just super excited about building this event up and having you all be able to share a little bit about your culture, about what you do in the community. And, you know, hopefully maybe someday we can sit down, maybe do something a little longer. If you're open to that, I would love to do it and be able to learn a little bit more about your club, your history, and for you guys to be able to share with more people what you guys do. Because I think this is really beautiful. Our community's coming together, and this is what we need. We need that aloha spirit and unity, and being able to share and pass on our culture.
We hope.
Yeah, Puna's off camera. We're going to get her on at some point in time today. Thank you. All right, so we're going to end the stream right now. We're going to come back at some point in time. Thank you so much. We're going to come back here in probably about 5 minutes. We're going to get set up with another group. That was an outstanding segment, and I can't wait for the next one. So we'll be back in about 5 minutes.